Turn your second serve into a weapon. The kick serve is a key tool to level up your game. A solid second serve is vital to a great tennis game, your own tennis game, and the kick serve is one of the most popular second serves out there, especially if you play on hard courts and clay courts. It is a non-negotiable. You have to be able to kick that ball up to keep pressure on your opponent. Now obviously with first serves it's easy. You can relax, you can fire it down with pace and precision to make it difficult for your opponent. But the second serve, a lot of people are sat there a bit like a sitting duck. They're very scared, they're trying to hide that second serve and hoping they don't have to do too many of them. But if you can develop a strong kick serve, you can take that second serve and turn it into a real strength. A good kick serve is safe, it goes up high over the net, and it's hard to attack because it kicks up high, normally onto someone's backhand if they're right-handed, or for their left-hander it kicks into their body, reducing their space. So if you can achieve this serve, you are going to stop giving away free points being blasted off on second serve returns, allowing you to start dominating rallies even off your second serve. So today I'm going to take you through my 5 top tips for kicking, I like to say, like a mule. Mules kick a lot apparently. By the end of the video, you're going to know exactly how to go about generating the best kick serve possible, so you never have to worry about being crushed on a second serve return ever again. The first tip when it comes to a kick serve is choosing the correct sensation. Now, for those of you that have never watched one of our videos before, you might be thinking, Josh, what is a sensation? A sensation is the feeling of the strings on the ball. And if we select one and allow our body to execute that movement, we are going to find that we get a long way towards executing that shot perfectly. So when we are doing a topspin sensation of any type, whether it's a forehand or a backhand, or in this case on the serve, we need a sensation that creates that feeling of movement of the strings up and across the ball, such as a brush, or a roll, or a sweep, or a stroke. For a kick serve, for me personally, it needs to have some speed, it needs to have some bite, it needs to have some kick to it. And so I use the sensation rip. I imagine and I try and feel like my strings are ripping up the ball, trying to rip the felt off it, and that will mean my racket goes at the right direction, coming up with the right amount of speed, very high, allowing me to get work on the ball, action on the ball, giving me that spin and that biting kick to build pressure even on a second serve. So you need to find a sensation that works for you. I would start with rip, but others use things like brush and roll because it has that feeling of big and coming up. But pick one, execute it, and you'll be amazed at how close that gets you to a perfect kick serve. So now we have selected our sensation and we're ripping the ball, we need to make sure we're doing it in the correct direction. We need sensation and direction to give us perfection. And in a kick serve case, we need everything to go up. We are trying to rip the ball back up. And this means, and this allows us to get that shape up over the net, giving us the extra kick, extra bounce, and extra security. When I say everything up, I mean everything up. Your left arm should stretch up for longer. Your chin should stay higher for longer. Your eye should stay up on the ball for longer. Your leg drive should be firing up, not forwards. Everything is going to help that sensation of a rip going up to the ball, not into the court. And that's the difference. On that first fast serve, you want things going through the court, giving your body weight a chance to put more pace into the ball. We want all our energy to go up into racket speed, into spin creation. So you need to think about everything going up. Leg drive, chin, left arm, eyes, racket, everything goes up through the back of the ball, giving us that ability to really rip it fast. And that is the key, or one of the keys, to a brilliant kick serve, is that you go up and you know you've done it right because you're going to land straight back down where you started. There should be no amount of force into the court at all. We're just trying to generate that huge amount of kick. We are ripping our kick serve up and we are making sure everything goes up. To help us do that, there is a little analogy for you to think of, which also happens to be a drill that you can do to practice it, and that is serving in front of a wall. You've got to imagine the baseline is like a force field, a brick wall right up in front of you that you cannot break through. Your serve has to go up and over it. So you've got to drive up, the ball's got to leave the racket going up, and that is going to force you to generate huge amounts of topspin and some kick, because your racket is then going to follow the ball out to the side. More on the sideways movement a little bit later. So you can do this in front of a fence at your tennis club. You can put yourself a yard away from the fence, maybe not even that, maybe only a foot or two. Rip it up. Can you get that serve up over the top of the fence without it touching it? If you're doing that and your racket doesn't touch, your body doesn't touch the fence, that means you're doing it correctly. So we're firing up and we're imagining that baseline as a brick wall right in front of us, so we can only go up. There's nothing allowing us to go forwards. As soon as you go forwards, your racket's going to contact through the ball, not up the ball. You're going to lose spin and lose that kick factor that we're trying to develop. So we know that everything has to go up, and we've envisaged serving and practice serving up and over a wall. In order to allow you to get this sensation, to get this rip going up the ball, you need to let your contact drop a little bit lower, and that is tip number 4. Lowering your contact. When people learn to serve, you're often taught, reach up high, get the highest contact as you can. And that is perfect for first serves and for flat serves that are coming down. But if we're trying to rip the ball up, we need to let the ball drop first. Like if you're playing a topspin forehand, you don't play at the top of the bounce, you let the ball drop to you and then you brush it back up. It's the same on a kick serve. We're going to throw the ball up, we're going to place the ball up with that ball toss, let it come down, because we're then going to be ripping it back up where it came from. So don't try and maximize your contact height, don't reach up too high. Lift the ball up, let it drop, lower that contact point, because you're sending it back up as high and as quickly as you can. So play with that contact height. Obviously too low and you'll be struggling, but too high, you'll also struggle too. Find that sweet spot, let it come down so you can rip it back up. This final tip is almost more of a check. Now, if we were talking about pure topspin serves, our racket would be going straight up, generating normal topspin. Because we're talking kick, we have a little bit of left to right as well. We're kicking up across and over the ball. As a right-hander, it means it's going to sharply bounce back up to the right into that other right-hander's backhand corner. And one of the ways that this happens, the sideways movement, is that our racket goes across the ball and therefore finishes to the side. Now, you will have seen lots of tennis players make this pose and think like, what are they doing? This looks bizarre. But if you execute a proper kick serve, you really finish with your racket out here to the side, your foot splayed out because all your energy has gone up and down and your racket is really working to go up and out across the ball. If you know your racket is kicking up and across the ball, finishing out to the side is a great way of checking that it happened. It's also a good way of checking that your racket didn't go forwards. We've already talked about everything up. If everything goes up and then across, all our energy will go up and across the ball, not through. If your racket comes forwards and finishes in a more traditional place, you won't have executed, you won't have managed to generate as much kick as you could have. So let that racket flick out to the side, finish sideways. That is how you're going to get that sideways bite and ensure the ball is kicking like a mule. So there you have it. Now it is over to you. Use these 5 tips to level up your game. Now, some of you might have already been doing with some of them, but others of you might not have done any of it. So take your time, work through each one and make sure you develop a great kick serve. We are using that sensation probably of a rip. We are ripping up the ball. And when it comes to going up, everything goes up. Our chin stays up, our legs drive up, but we don't allow ourselves to go forwards. We pretend, we imagine we have a wall in front of us. To allow us to brush up, we have to let the ball toss drop a bit lower. So we're coming up the ball, up over the wall with a rip and everything firing up. And finally, to get that sideways kick, our racket follows the wall around. We're kicking up and across the ball to not only get the top spin up, but that bite across. Good luck. The kick serve is hard to master, but it's super, super effective once you have nailed it. So keep going, level up your second serve, learn to kick and dominate the courts. If you've enjoyed this tip, please give us a subscribe and we'll see you on the next video.